Fred, Jackie, well, tonight that plant is still on fire. You could see the flames behind me here. This is fueled by propane that is used in that cocoa butter plant processing business over there. We know that 5 people were taken to the hospital. 4 of them were inside that plant when this place exploded, and they tonight are in critical condition. Flames and smoke caught on camera after a massive explosion tore through a business in Logan Township. Gloucester County officials say the blast happened around 2:30 Wednesday afternoon inside Savita Naturals, a facility used to process cocoa butter for the chocolate industry. Officials say 4 workers were inside the facility at the time of the explosion and transported to the hospital with critical injuries. A 5th person in a nearby facility was also taken to the hospital suffering from a medical emergency.
We do know that a large amount of propane is stored on the premises and used for the production process. However, the cause of the explosion is currently under investigation.
For nearly 2 hours, everyone in a 2-mile radius of Heron Drive and High Hill Road were ordered to shelter in place as crews worked quickly to control the situation. The sound of the explosion was caught on nearby cameras. The impact rattled homes, shook windows, and sent debris flying over half a mile away.
You can see some debris on the roof. You see the foam over here?
Dave Thompson was working nearby when he says the walls started shaking.
It almost seemed like a tractor trailer hit the house. It shook so bad. It just like it jumped out of my seat, and it was that quick. And then when we ran outside, we heard the explosion over there. And then by that time, all the fire trucks showed up.
Officials say the explosion caused extensive damage to the facility and a neighboring building. Tonight, hazmat and fire crews remain on scene, monitoring burn-off from additional fuel stored in the building and testing the air quality.
It was a terrible tragedy that took place out there, but to the community as a whole, we empathize with those that were involved, and the community is safe. There are no ongoing hazards.
Now, we are a little less than a mile away, and there are pieces of roof insulation scattered across this parking lot here, which really shows just how impactful that force was. Now, as of right now, the cause of that explosion is still under investigation, but officials say that all of the workers inside that processing plant have been accounted for. Reporting live from Logan Township, Kelsey Kushner, NBC 10 News.
And I'm Matt DeLucia in the Lime Center again. This was in a very industrial area, a lot of companies in this particular location in Logan Township. So I want to go ahead and show you a Google Map street view of what this facility looked like prior to the explosion. You see the building right here, and then you can also see the tanks that are off to the back right by the wooded area. Also some pipes there. This is where we saw all of the flames erupting. And again, it wasn't just this building that was damaged. There was another neighboring building that suffered a lot of damage as well. Now, Kelsey was talking a little bit about the company Savita Naturals. So they've been in business for more than 40 years. They do a lot of chocolate production. We heard tonight that they use propane in that chocolate making process. They also do CBD solvent extractions using the extraction to get the remaining oil out of the product. So again, it is not clear exactly what caused the explosion, but that will be determined in the coming days. Jackie, back over to you.
Matt, thank you. And at the top of our newscast, you heard that blast and how loud it was. Well, it could be heard far and wide, spooking pets and knocking over items in people's homes. NBC 10's Johnny Archer has a reaction from around the area.
It was just a boom right in the chest.
A massive explosion in Logan Township, Gloucester County Wednesday afternoon, causing fear and panic for people nearby.
Thought the building came down on us, but it wasn't even our building.
Everybody was running out. The building was on fire. There was like a tanker. There was all kind of drums and big tanks. And, I didn't know if anything else was going to blow up.
People working in the area recount the moment a building exploded at Savita Naturals. Shockwaves were sent far and wide.
The impact was felt throughout the county and into the tri-state area.
It was like a vibration type of explosion, and we felt it here like a wave.
All at one time, the house shook. I heard a loud bang, and then I heard things falling off of my, what happened to be the fireplace.
Courtney Gorman lives about a half a mile away from the blast site. She sent us these pictures of her home decor knocked to the ground. People living nearby could see smoke rising in the distance.
It was very scary, and I understand like we had a little earthquake about a year ago, and so having that, I was like, oh, it's another earthquake. And then, with the present news and everything, like, was it a possible retaliation from Iran? Everything was kind of running through my mind, and just wanted to make sure my husband was okay, my dog was okay, and we all stay inside.
A family taking extra precautions during uncertain times. Johnny Archer, NBC 10 News.